Alright folks, welcome back to the World Esports Championship. Game number 2 between Navi and LGD.cdec. First round, second series of the day. Thanks so much for joining us here. And Navi looking to close it out. They're already up 1-0 against LGD.cdec. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Again, my name is Mont. With me is 1437. And Theben, potentially our last game. How are you feeling tonight?
5 seconds remaining.
Hello, Theben.
Hello?
Hello.
Alright, my bad. Sorry, I was muted. Feeling a bit tired, but I'm actually quite excited to see what Navi have planned for Game 2 now. After what happened in Game 1, they just completely steamrolled LGD and they had no idea what to do against the Pudge at all.
That's about as pure destruction as you're going to see out of a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Just solid play.
I won't be
FNG
surprised if I see a ban, like a Pudge ban in the second phase or something.
5 seconds
Just even for respect would be enough, and I think that they've made that easy for LGD.cdec. It's just like, listen, ban it
Or
out.
maybe a Venge ban even. Like, ban out that hero that FNG plays every game.
Yep, that's true.
Maybe you take them out of their comfort zone. The way I see it is like, as long as Venge is in the pool, I mean, if you ban Venge, then they're forced to pick something else. And I think in Navi's perspective, they don't see any team banning Venge ever.
Well,
Just because. But yeah,
I mean,
made Traceless Void.
and the thing is, too, even if you ban Venge, FNG has a couple of other heroes that he plays. I've seen him play Terrain Protector to great success as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of options here.
He's playing Venge like 80% games, so...
I mean, now that's the question. Do you hope that Navi don't pick the same lineup? Or I think you have to ban Venge here just because, like you were talking about, he plays it most of the games. Or at least, you know, Venge or Pudge. But it's the same exact draft for both teams right now. I mean, and the crazy thing to me was that Brewmaster, he had a bit of a rough time. I mean, he got silenced up. He got brought down with Chronosphere. There were so many ways for them just to kill him, essentially. And I don't know.
I mean, LGD must have like a lot of confidence that this time around they know exactly what to do, like to pick the same exact 2 heroes again, and letting your opponent have the same 2 heroes as well.
I mean,
5 seconds remaining.
I think they know that they can come through in the clutch. Shadow Shaman wasn't that useful in that game either. I think, like you mentioned early on in that game, the rotations were a bit lacking coming out from both of the supports.
Right.
The Rubik wasn't stellar either, which is another reason why we don't see him too often. It just wasn't his game there. He didn't really get many real solid steals. Whereas if you're against maybe something like an Earthshaker, that has a bit of a higher impact. So there it is. Well,
Wow.
Radiant team pick.
They ban out the Furion. That's good. The Furion ban is good because, like, I think Funnick plays a really good Furion, and Furion just takes up this space as another right-click hero that can take towers on Navi's side.
yeah.
So that's definitely a really good ban, which means that this game probably Dendy
10
won't be
seconds
playing
remaining.
Pudge, I think.
I agree with you. I'd be very surprised. Earthshaker is going to come out from LGD.cdec. So now it's really the question is, what is Dendy's hero here? We talked about Queen of Pain in the last game. And they're going to go Tinker, though.
Oh, wow. Now
Dendy's
the Tinker
Tinker
comes out.
I've seen some Dendy Tinker vibes recently. This guy's a maestro with his fingers.
Okay, so basically, in order for LGD to stay in this game and not get completely wrecked, is they need to get really aggressive, like super. They need to get good ganks in early, and that's basically it. Like they need to just build this advantage. Okay, they went for a Spectre, so
That's not going to happen.
that's
is it?
it. They're going for more of the mid game oriented lineup that will wreck Tinker with the Spectre. But the problem with that is if Navi get ahead in this game, it's actually really hard for a Spectre to fight up against Tinker.
I like the pickup, though. And I like it because Haunt is pretty good against Tinker, but there are other options.
For sure. Spectre overall is a good hero against the Tinker, but like if Navi get ahead and they start taking towers, how is LGD gonna fight back against that and take their own towers and build their own advantage in gold?
Radiant team
The heroes aren't very good at clearing creep waves like super fast or anything like that. They only have Shadow Shaman for taking towers.
Yeah, this is where it becomes kind of difficult for LGD.cdec. And on top of that, if Navi get ahead, all of a sudden you have to deal with level 4 March. You have to deal with whatever
10
items he's
seconds
accrued,
remaining.
which, you know, maybe, let's say, Dagon, maybe
5
Hex,
seconds
Bloodstone,
remaining.
whatever he decides to go for. Dendy's got a lot of options here. And on top of that, they have to deal with Chronosphere
Reserve
again.
time.
They have to deal with Skywrath ult again. They have to deal with an aggressive Vengeful Spirit played by FNG again. So hopefully this last pick and ban really works out for them, because right now, not that they're in a bad position now.
This should be a Beastmaster ban right here. If they don't ban Beastmaster, this is gonna be one of the roughest games ever for LGD, I think.
Do you think
unless
they'll
they
go
snowball early game?
aggro try again and then do Beastmaster like solo safe?
No, I think they will
Navi's
go.
turn to pick.
Well, actually, yeah, they can do that for sure. They can do that. That's what they like doing. They want to be able to tri lane on the mid lane and in the off lane. It's just to create the maximum amount of pressure. Because when you do that, your opponent's supports have to stay in the safe lane or mid anyway. So, and if they stay mid, then the Faceless Void gets farmed. If they stay in the safe lane, then your mid laner is gonna die.
10 seconds remaining.
The best way to counter this strategy is to have even stronger heroes
5
than
seconds remaining.
Navi as a support.
Well, we'll see with this last pick if they can
Reserve
get a bit
time.
more. If they can get an edge somewhere, anywhere. You talked about Beastmaster. It could come here, but
I think Navi is going to pick Beastmaster, or if they're gonna put something in the safe lane, it could be something different. But I think Beastmaster is good because then you have the Hawk in the team fights. The Tinker can TP onto. It just has amazing synergy with Tinker.
you can do Druid Bear, theoretically, right?
You can. It's not so bad actually, because if you do Druid Bear and you put like he can like solo against anything, and it's actually a really good hero against Spectre. In the laning stage, the Spectre can't lane him whatsoever, 1v1 ever. The game, so
Another option for Navi's global strategy if they so choose.
right.
So,
But I just see Beastmaster as a better option because the way Dendy plays Tinker, he absorbs so much farm on this map. You want a hero that doesn't take too much farm, I think.
that's true. You know, Lone Druid would certainly be one of those heroes that takes a little bit too much.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're taking their sweet time with this one, though. And no chance of a pudge, I don't think, in this game, now that a Tinker is picked. So if you missed out on game number 1, you missed out on a lot. But
I mean, we have seen Funnick play Tinker before,
yeah, true.
so
It's possible.
but yeah, I think like I'm feeling this Beastmaster. I think.
Oh,
Oh wow. Okay, Mirana it is. So it
Radiant
looks like it's
team
gonna
pick.
be either a core okay. I think that's a core Venge.
Vos has played it a lot recently, too, I
Yeah,
think.
he has.
So
Yeah, he has.
I like it.
They just completely gave like 3. I don't know. This is like a 180 right here. They're gonna go aggro try with the Venge and probably try and shut down the Spectre while Tinker just 1v1s against the Brewmaster. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. Not bad, I think.
Centaur, Warch Runner. Something to catch, I guess. But
Yeah.
this game,
I like this,
I don't know.
actually. I like Centaur Global into Spectre Haunt, or like Spectre Haunt and then Global, just to maybe kill the Tinker off if you're in trouble.
right. I think this early game is okay. So Havos is actually going to play Mirana, so it's going to be a normal support bench. And this is going to be a really rough lane for the Spectre. I mean, he's being supported by an Earthshaker and Shadow Shaman. They're not powerful support heroes with Spectre, I would say.
Yeah.
And on Navi's side, they actually
10
have a
seconds
really
remaining.
amazing support combo that can wreck
5
the
seconds
off lane
remaining.
and that can wreck mid lane.
Again, we talked about it before in the last game where it was Rubik and the Shadow Shaman, which we deemed okay, but when you look at the support duo of Navi, where they have a Venge and they have a Skywrath, it's a disgusting amount of damage early on in the game, which is really how you roll over your team, the opposing team, like they did in the previous game. So Navi looking to do something similar in this game. Dendy's not going to be looking for hooks. Instead, he's going to be looking for TPs in, maybe an Ethereal Blade into a Dig and Blast, and all of the other things in between. So it should be an interesting one, as this is game 2, potentially the last game for LGD.cdec in the upper bracket as of right now. It is a double elimination format, just to keep in mind, and a best-of-3 series. So if LGD.cdec win this game, they even it up and we go to a game 3, which LGD certainly has the ability to do so. Not a bad team by any standard. Navi smokes up. They want blood, and they may just find Q, or they may find Garter. Q's out in the open. FNG not in range for that magic missile. Time walk does not hit. There's the concussive shot. How much will they die for this arrow? Oh. Split just through. They will not dive near that tier 2 tower.
And that's really big that they don't die here. Getting first blooded in this scenario is like the worst thing that cdec can have happen to them.
Yeah, and they dodge a bullet. You mentioned the great fish from Garter. In fact, did a really nice job stopping that jump in, and obviously Funnick doing any right-click damage. Funnick at the offlane. Currently FNG and Vangscore are nearby. Pause comes through. Looks like I'm not the only one having lag issues right now.
Yeah, I think maybe you want to restart really quick?
No, I'm good now. I'm just being in general. We're good.
But, okay, all right. So yeah, definitely the first step in the right direction for LGD is to get that first blood somehow. I don't know how. Maybe Navi will make a mistake, but getting that first blood is going to be the key, I think, in this game. If they can get first blood in any of these lanes, it means at least one of their lanes will snowball hard, and that's what they need. If not, this could be a very high uphill battle.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Navi already being aggressive here, warding the enemy jungle, making sure that they've got complete vision over here on the cliff as well as at the rune spot, and vision in lane as well, or in the trees close to the lane, I should say. Funnick's going to go to block and a wraparound already, and you talked about it, and we saw it last game, winning the lane for mid or just keeping pressure on maybe. And again, they're off the map. There's no vision here. Now LGD has to think about playing safely. Q's going to rotate over towards FNG, but FNG's going to run right into him. He will throw the magic missile immediately, but there's no follow-up. Concussive shot is going to be in range for it somehow. FNG has another stun in 3 seconds. Q trying to back away. That concussive shot doing work. Will they get another stun? Absolutely. The right click through the trees. There's the Fisher block. Might be enough to save his life. FNG needs one more hit to do the job. No! 10 HP. Oh, FNG now taking a lot of damage from the tower. That was close. Wow.
That's pretty good, actually, for LGD, because now FNG is only got 1 tango left, and he's got a clarity up. They know that he used up all his mana, and which means Panda will have a bit more free space for the moment, at least.
A bit more. Not complete free roam, though. That's the thing, because they might make their way mid, but...
They have no vision in their own jungle, LGD, so it's hard for them.
And you look at the... Spectre right now, still sitting at 0 last hits, and just as this is one under the tower, Funnick's having a pretty good time with 3. So
yeah, I don't know. Funnick just like denied everything in front of his face. Like he was actually 1v1ing against Funnick and just got destroyed.
Well,
so far the tri lane not looking good for LGD at all.
No, definitely not. I don't know. They might maybe make a rotation. They actually send Q mid for whatever reason. Maybe just to stop any aggression. I like the fact that they're setting him there already, but no smoke actually for Vangscore and FNG. So if they want to get to mid, it's gonna be it's gonna be difficult to catch him out of position. But actually, maybe grabbing an invis rune that helps a lot. So a bit of a different start for LGD.cdec, at least a better start. Although again, no farm really for this Spectre to be heard of, but could be worse. And he will get 2 CS, 3 CS real quick. Up in the top lane, though, Mirana actually down in CS towards the center. Not surprising, but Vangscore living dangerously.
That they will lose the ward. Navi will lose their ward, which is a pretty big deal, actually.
Yeah.
Because vision is so key against Navi's lineup right now.
Yeah. And with no more smokes available for Navi, at least none on them on Vangscore and FNG. Getting kills here in this mid lane is going to be tough, I think. Dendy's already pretty low as well from the Thunderclap of maybe. He had the Invis rune. Now they're looking to make a go on Funnick, and Q's going to run in. He actually has Shackles, but not in range. Funnick's looking to run back at Q just to harass him out of lane. One hit time lock proc coming out for Funnick. Nicely played there. And, well, everything seems to be somewhat even. Again, farm disparity going towards Navi, but not by much. So, Boots, Soul Ring, Bottle, and then Bots is probably Dendy's first couple of choices here. And he's got the most CS in the game currently at 18, so at least there is that. And meanwhile, they rotate the tri-lane top for a defensive tri-lane now.
Yeah, it seems that Havos isn't really having a very good time either against the Centaur. He's only got 11 last hits. Of course, Centaur has the same, but it just means that he hasn't. The Centaur has been harassing him a bit, pushing him off creeps, and he has been missing some as well.
Yeah. So
Since
I mean, right now he's getting towards Tranquils too, but now that the supports are here, getting farm for him is going to be a bit limited. Even experience. Funnick's still having a pretty good time. He's got a poor man's shield and just boots ready to go. And
he is so happy. He's got like, you know, still 2 sets of regen left as well.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 sets of regen and that poor man's shield is enough for him to sit on bottom lane till he hits 6+ and gets a kill with an ally. By the way, do you see his cosmetics? Is it messed up for you?
No, I think that's how it's supposed to look. I think maybe I'm wrong. Is it just no?
It's like he doesn't have a head or some shit.
It's like open, yeah.
Yeah, that's so disgusting.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's a little weird, but that's all right.
All right.
Well, top lane, Havos now starting to pick up the pace on the CS now, and Centaur's only gotten one since the supports have moved in, so not as hyper-aggressive as maybe Navi wanted to be here, but they're still doing okay. Spectre has gotten more room now, obviously at 16 CS, so he's a little bit happier.
LGD haven't given up first blood yet, so that's a good thing.
It's a good sign, for sure.
Yeah, and I to be honest, I would like to see. Oh wow!
Wow, that first blood. Yeah, that came in quick. Garter TP'd up there, I think.
I think that Fissure almost screwed it up, but then the Centaur attack range. He has like a bit more range than normal heroes, or what? I don't know how he attacked over that Fissure actually.
You get the kill. First blood actually going to the way of LGD.cdec, and that helps a lot. That went to the
that's
Centaur.
What we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like the first thing they need to do is try and get this first blood.
And that gets a bit of experience to Garter too.
Big deal. Yeah.
So he's almost level 4 now.
And Centaur is almost level 6, which means like as soon as Centaur hits 6, Tinker needs to be afraid, because that's where they're gonna want to try and attack.
Yeah, and Dendy does have his Soul Ring flying out to him now, so his farm is going rather well. Meanwhile, Ancient Cell top lane, Starstorm going through, the right click coming in, stop not on target, and Havos gets the kill. No, rather, Vangscore gets the last hit, but Havos involved.
If he actually got that stun off, that Mirana was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate for the Centaur.
Yep, so just a bit too low there. Gets caught out by the Ancient Seal. Now it's TP back home, coming out for the Mirana just to get back up to full. DD rune for maybe. In this bottom lane. FNG rotated through as well to help out Funnick. He does have Chronosphere now, so they need to be wary of that. Whereas the positioning of LGD, however, is okay. They're in a good position now. They shouldn't get caught out. And, of course, if the Spectre does, they should be able to shackle or what have you, so.
Yeah, Spectre still only 19 last hits against Void's 24. Like, this is really, really not good for LGD's Spectre.
Moonlight Shadow coming in. Funnick looking for potential Chrono. Garter, maybe. Or both Q and Garter. There's no way the Spectre's near there, nor do they have Haunt. Moonlight Shadow finally goes away, and they realize that their ganking opportunity was maybe over. Potentially, they're pinging right now on the Spectre. No creep wave. Magic Missile going through. Wave of Terror. Arrow connects as well. Do they have the damage? Starstorm, and now the Chronosphere. Maybe it was TPing in. Now it's time for them to get out. They pop the, of course, Centaur ultimate coming through. FNG running away with Funnick as well as a Vost. And they should make it out just in time, and they do so.
Too easy, that gank, I think. The Spectre doesn't really have any health items or much stats. He has one branch, so with those 3 guys, and they're so over leveled as well, it was just too easy for them.
Funnick is going to go ahead and time walk and TP out, maybe nowhere close to be able to stop him.
Yeah.
And even with Spectre not having any tank items, she's survived for a bit. Havos is going to get fished, however. There's the Shackles coming through. TP as well. Haunt as well. Will they be able to get this kill? Spectral Dagger coming in. They can't go on Havos. Instead, they get the kill on Vangscore. The huge boulder. They will silence up the Spectre, but now Havos getting chased down. He will fall as well. 2 quick kills. And maybe finally putting that Primal Split to good use will lead into a tier 1 tower. It looks like, or at least some chip damage.
If they can take this, that's going to be so good. But if they don't, then it's not like a lot changed, to be honest,
Radiant's
because the
top
Tinker
tower
is
is
still
under
farming.
attack.
So they really need to take this tier 1 tower.
Dendy's looking at 9-minute bots at this
Dire's
point in time.
bottom tower
1,400
is
gold in the
under
bank, maybe
attack.
10 minutes at the latest here. Assuming
Yeah.
everything goes well for him for the next couple of minutes, so...
They should hope that Panda or Spectre get this. Okay,
Dire's
Spectre did get
bottom
it.
tower
Alright, so he's
has
probably gonna
fallen.
get a bracer here and build towards the drum.
Radiant's
Oh,
middle
you can't
tower
afford to
is
die
under
now,
attack.
Spec. Meanwhile,
It's
Ancient
fine.
Seal coming in.
They're
FNG
gonna kill
blown
instead.
up. Wow, nice turnaround.
Easy kill for Mr. Spectre. It's so satisfying when you're Spectre and you just get those random kills out of nowhere. You're just like, you shouldn't be. It's like you shouldn't be doing this well, but you know, kills just come like that.
Yeah.
You can't plan for it. And Centaur, oh my god, if he
He
kills
wants
Dendy
Dendy.
here, right
Oh,
before
he's got his bots in
Oh.
15 gold. Dendy's thinking,
There's
no,
an ult.
Stampede, the laser comes in. That might save his
Oh,
life.
no.
He's got 5 seconds. No, the Moonlight Shadow was not on point. How
He didn't get it.
unfortunate. Oh my goodness, he was at 1,700 gold now. Meanwhile, Centaur will fall, but his job, his work is done.
Radiant's top tower is under
Wow,
attack.
that is so sad for Dendy. He had like what 3 gold left or something.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Oh my god.
Was that Moonlight Shadow on cooldown? It must have been. He didn't pop it till the very end there.
Yeah, it was probably still on cooldown from when they ganked
Dire's
bottom, I
middle
guess.
tower is under attack.
Rough, very rough, but he'll get it still pretty soon. But that gives a bunch of time for Spectre, maybe whoever, to get the farm they need. Ring of Health going for Spectre now, so maybe Vanguard, we'll see. Dendy gonna march mid. And maybe, no Blink Dagger for maybe just yet, but he'll get it soon. 1,400 gold. Kind of far, but not too much. Midas is maybe the next choice for Funnick. He's got 1,300 gold in the bank. He'd have bought his treads already if he wanted it. So it looks like we'll be a Funnick Midas here. And down bottom rune, LGD.cdec making a look for that 10-minute rune is actually picked up already by Venge. FNG got it with the regen real quick and backed away. Spectre now, Vanguard. If she wants it, she's not anywhere close to it. Well, not too far, but... And FNG's going to sec. There's the bots. That could have been done maybe about 30 seconds earlier for Dendy, but no such luck. So now is this is when it becomes kind of an issue here, I think, if you're LGD.cdec. But top lane, silence is up. They will get the kill on Centaur. Spectre haunts in. Can he get the kill on Vangscore? Oh, the time lock proc coming up from Funnick stops him with any aggression, but the Fisher can't get Funnick. Bots in now coming through from Dendy, and it looks like the Spectre will just back away, but the missiles still hit, and now Dendy's going to be all over the damn place, especially when he gets his Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower is under
It
attack.
lost the mid-tier 1 tower, however. It fell to the Serpent Wards of the Shadow Shaman, so...
Yeah. Even though the last hits don't look so good for LGD, they
Radiant's
did
top tower
take
is under
2
attack.
tier 1 towers. So the game is sort of even right now, and we can see in the goal it's only like 1,000 difference
Yep.
for Navi.
Yep.
But that's a lot of creeps, so like Dendy has 90 last hits, a lot from the neutrals that have been stacked up for him as well. And there's a big ancient stack as well for him. He's gonna
That'd
be
be
able to
huge.
get Blink Dagger off this, and
This is-
that is such insane farm.
This is what I think a lot of Tinker players want, is just to have their Ancient Stack put their Tinker over the edge of the Blink Dagger rather than having it to
Yeah.
finish your bots, so...
Right. Because the Blink is probably even more key.
And you're going to have your bots at a pretty decent time anyway, for the most part, without a
Right.
stack. But 100 last hits for Dendy at 12 minutes in. A farming machine. A bit of a different attitude than what we saw in the last game, but that's what's needed right now. LGD grouping up. They're going to push top with the Serpent Wards in about 13 seconds. They're going to smoke to try to find a pick. And Dendy might be that hero. He'll march first and rearm and then probably get out of there.
Dire's top tower
He's
is
playing
under
this well.
attack.
So the wave is pushed out now. LGD are on the backside. They're like, well, he's not here. We'll throw down an Observer Ward, but he does pick up the Blink Dagger now for Dendy, and this gives so much room for Navi. Just they know all of the heroes, well, at least they're off the map. They haven't seen maybe Garter and the rest of the squad yet. Meanwhile, Stampede and
Radiant's
Dendy
middle tower is under
just
attack.
blinks away. They were trying to go for the kill, but they didn't realize he had the Blink Dagger, I don't believe. And now the rotation is top from Navi as well. Let's see if they can get a kill here.
Dire's
Serpent
top
Wards
tower
are
is
dropped.
For the
under
tower.
attack.
Yeah. But big chrono from Funnick coming right now. You can see Q's getting focused first. Magic Missile maybe as well. Mystic Flare, they don't even need the silence. Veng score about to fall, but it doesn't matter. The Spectre has to get away. Meanwhile, Denny jumps in, arrow on the mark. Havos gets the kill. Now 3-3-3, about to fall. Magic Missile. All of a sudden, 4 quick kills just like that. And Navi now get the victory farm of the Serpent Wards.
Yeah, as soon as he got this Blink Dagger, 2 more assists towards Denny, and things are actually looking really good for Navi here.
No. For one point in time, it looked like LGD.cdec was willing to make a comeback there. Like you mentioned, they were only down 1,000 gold. Yeah. Not much of a comeback, but they were looking to get back into it.
And Funnick actually is doing really good. He went to Midas, and on top of that, he's still participating in fights and getting kills without dying, so that's like the best case scenario for him.
Unlike the one we saw earlier, Havos gets jumped out, he's dead.
From
ZSMJ?
Yeah.
Funnick's having a bit of a better time than he did. Oh god. Spectre. This isn't what you want. So, oh my goodness. The Ancient Steel, the Mystic Flare, still not dead. What a stick charge. Now TP rotation is coming in. Vangscore wants this. Spectral Dagger coming through. Fisher coming in as well. March, just so that they can maybe push them back. Garter now gets pushed away as well. So they do the next best thing other than killing 2 heroes. They'll push them away from the tier 1 tower, maybe force either a glyph, a couple of rotations, or even just get it all together. Oh goodness, maybe. Oh, FNG. Oh, they might want this. FNG walks out. I don't think maybe saw that. Well, they see it now. There's the Sentry Ward. Q gets blown away. And at least maybe gets out of there in time. And Arrow's going to sail, but not catching anybody. So, 7-9. And, I mean, at what point do you say for LGD.cdec, we just need to get back to farming, you know, or we have to do something differently than what we're doing now? You know, are they in an okay position, or do they need to get a couple kills? Do they need to farm more? What does LGD.cdec have to do here?
Well, obviously they need to farm more, but the problem is they really don't have a spot where they can farm freely without other people. Okay.
Well,
like these things happening, where a Faceless Void jumps on you, follows you, and then a Tinker TP's in, or there's already a Scarath with the Faceless Void, so it's a really difficult. Oh, Dandy actually linking in aggressively, but the Centaur's still not gonna hit.
That was crazy. He could have been dead there, but he marches and just walks away.
Looks like they're gonna go on maybe. He still has Primal Split, so
he's not gonna use it. Oh my, he sticked up just in time to get it off. Primal Split now is down. FNG, they're trying to juke this, but the Earth Panda is just going to run away, so...
Yeah, I'm not so sure what's worth more, the Primal Split or 1 death on the Panda, because they really need to win some fights.
Funnick in trouble, stop, they will get the kill, the bait bottom, Denny gets blown up as well.
Oh, wow.
Haunt coming through.
That is so huge. Getting that double kill. That's like the 2 high-profile heroes on Navi's team dying at the same time.
The only thing that could have been better about that was maybe if there was a tier 1 tower to continue to go for, but no such luck, and actually, Spectre with 600 gold in the bank is still pretty far away from her next item, unless she has a component of the courier, which she does not.
He's probably gonna try and build Radiance, I think, especially because he went for the Vanguard build, but it's gonna take a really long time before that.
Oh, maybe. Ancient Seal, no Primal Split to save you, even if you had it. Or even if they didn't have Ancient Seal, rather, but...
Yeah.
At least they will deny this tower, it looks like. They should anyway. It's 95 health. Okay. That's alright, I'm sure that'll get denied eventually. Denny's back alive, however, with a Blink Dagger in tow, and probably Dagon next, as he has the Staff of Wizardry already up. And his smoke now coming out for LGD. No Haunt, though, and no Primal Split, even when he's back up. Still down for another 50 seconds, so this gank, interesting. Blink Dagger ready for the Centaur, but the March of the Machines makes this difficult. And also look at FNG's positioning, too. They're in a position where they can maybe turn this around, but already LGD going the wrong direction. Smoke wasted. I guess you have to do that if you're in an LGD situation, though. You gotta make something happen.
Yeah, they're really feeling the pressure from the Blink... You know, almost actually he has Dagon 1 now. Blink, Dagon 1, bots Tinker, and then the Faceless Void with Midas. it's really hard to watch this game slip away while navigate so many items.
Yeah, the Maelstrom's actually, I think, flying out now for Funnick. Yeah, there it is. And LGD are still working on this tier 1 tower top, which they might finally get. But Glyph is now ready to go for Navi, so if they want to get in there, they certainly can. But they'll maybe just use this time to take the tier 1 mid. With no Glyph up here for LGD.cdec. Already a couple of TPs coming in, and it looks like Centaur is going to be the first one there. Garter's there as well. Blank Stomp now connecting on Havost. There's the Mystic Flare as well as the Ancient Seal. Haunt coming in. Havost, he's not dead yet. He'll just jump away. Dendi looking to try to TP out and will make it to Centaur. Not there in time, but maybe we'll grab the kill on Bank Score on the backside.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
But the face is void. He's got Chrono, and Tinker's also TPing in, so they could still try to do something.
They may just do that on maybe.
Oh, Dendi's got this.
The split coming in.
Nice split. This means Dendi can actually has a chance. Okay, never
Chrono.
mind. He's gonna go for Havos instead.
Funnick in going on Garter right now, still alive. There's the Echo Slam, not doing much there, but the Double Edge is Mystic, or rather Magic Missile. Great swap
Nice
from FNG
swap.
to the low ground. Funnick will live, but the Ether Shock, the blink from Q, timely Ether Shock there. 2 dead on both sides. FNG with the double kill. Dendi did go down, and so did Funnick. So bigger targets going down for Navi here. However, they did get 2 kills in return. Oh boy. Not over yet for LGD.cdec. They're still ready to fight. And in fact, maybe he's building towards an Aghanim Scepter, which could be a huge item for them.
Wait, who killed the Faceless Void? Okay, the Shadow Shaman did.
Yeah, he jumped in and Ether Shocked after he got swapped out.
Right. That's Blink Dagger doing work.
Spectre, no. Mystic Flare. Oh, God. They get a couple of good trades only for the Spectre to die moments later. A bit unfortunate.
Yeah, really good movement coming out from them. I think if this Earthshaker finishes up his Blink Dagger as well, he's getting there. He's only like 1,000 gold off. So if he also gets Blink Dagger, LGD is probably in a really good situation where they can actually fight well all the time.
Yeah. They've got a ways away, but the problem is Chronos for 2.
The Shadow Shaman almost had the Hex on the Tinker. I think that's the one thing that LGD have going for them. It doesn't matter how far behind they are. They will always have all these spells available to them to win fights. Obviously, in the late game, Navi is stronger because they have, you know, Tinker and Faceless Void, who are arguably the best heroes in the late game. At least LGD can fight.
Yeah. Their goal is to let, you know, is to make sure that Navi don't get to that late game scenario with the Faceless Void, who already has a Maelstrom building towards what seems to be BKB, and Dendi, who, well, he can win the game with just about like 12 items, and he can win the game with less as well if he needs to. But
I think big issue is the Spectre right now not being able to find any farm on the map. The best way the Spectre gets farm is by getting kills in team fights. So he needs to maybe even go into the jungle, ignore the lanes altogether, just go into the jungle, farm there, and wait for your teammates to group up as 4 and try to go for some kills, and then haunt in and steal some kills or something. That's probably the most ideal thing the Spectre can do right now, I think.
The problem is there's already observer wards here in the jungle for Navi, so any movements she makes in the jungle, especially alone, will cause her maybe death. And now is the time. It's at 22 minutes. Do you still go for Radiance on the Spectre?
I mean, it doesn't matter how late I think this Radiance is. I think he has to go for it.
Oh, Chrono.
Nice.
The Fisher helps out, but Mystic Flare is going to go. And oh no, Spectre's going to stick up.
Off.
Nicely done. Meanwhile, she will get away. Denny blinking away instead of further in. And they'll try to find a return kill off of this. Bank Score in trouble. Double Edge, Primal Split going as well. There's the Haunt coming through. He's salving up right now. Oh, too low. Denny just Dagans and lasers him. Not the best play for that Spectre there. No real reason for him to do that, especially right on top of Dendi.
That was really painful to watch. I think the Spectre probably thought that the Tinker didn't have mana. So he just he didn't even check actually. He probably just, you know, went right in as soon as he hit his flask up. He thought it was a good idea, but yeah.
Missile
and he had mana.
Going too far in. Havost, nice swap coming through to stop the, I think, roster from getting the full duration shackles off. They will get the kill on the Centaur. Who else will die here? Fisher coming in, March doing work. Dagan, ultra kill for Dendi. My God, or Havost rather, not Dendi.
that looked like Havos was playing CS:GO. He was just getting one headshot after the other on all those low health.
He's just picking them off, yeah.
Targets.
Almost chaosing him.
That's exactly what it looked like. Oh my god, an ultra kill. It's like Dendy did all the work, got them all low, and then boom.
It was like March, and before I knew it, everyone was dead, and Havos to kill all of them. So, well. That's getting back in the game. That certainly doesn't help. So BKB close to done for Funnick now. Top lane, Dendy just is going to continue his job of pushing up the lanes. He's also getting close to an Ethereal Blade. And with Roshan, they just need to take these tier 2 towers down, and then they've got potentially a tier 3 that they can go for, and even Rax with a good Chronosphere, maybe a good arrow. Dendy just jumping in and killing everybody. BKBs might be a necessity here if you're LGD, but again, you're talking about Spectre going for this Radiance, and she's still quite a ways away. No. For Dendy now. It's not going to be his age, it's going to be Funnick's. His BKB should be done. No, he still needs the recipe quickly, and once that is there, we can get things going even further.
Look at his net worth on Dendy. He's like doubled the highest on LGD side. And it's only like 24 minutes in.
Maybe had that point booster at like 15 minutes, maybe a little bit afterwards, and he hasn't bought a single component since then. So,
yeah,
not the best couple of minutes for LGD.
I mean, they took all the easy towers, and now it's just. Actually, Shadow Shaman got into a really good position on mid lane, and maybe they might be able to take this, but it looks like TP support will come in.
Yeah, Funnick wants to clean up the circle wards. Jumping in, maybe great Ancient Seal. Vangscore with the Ancient Seal there. The Chronosphere, he's done. FNG actually got caught out. The Spectre Haunt was there, but no help coming from the Spectre. They got greedy there. They wanted that tower.
Yeah.
I guess you have to make those kind of plays, though. Well, Funnick continues to farm the jungle. This is the luxury that Spectre probably doesn't have. Avoids the arrow, actually. Nicely done there from Spectre, but yeah, I mean, he can't even farm this bottom lane without the rest of Navi just coming down here looking for a kill. But a gang squad is going top for LGD.cdec. They might find Funnick, but that's just an Aegis if that's all they get. Stomp coming through, Hex as well. Shackles are going. They've wasted all their abilities for the Aegis. Now Q just TPs away. Dandy comes in, Dagon's down Q. And Funnick is looking for more. There's the Centaur Stampede, and they will make it out. But again, they lose a tier 2 tower and a couple heroes across the map. They actually lost the Spectre down bottom as well.
Everything seems to be just crumbling for LGD now. It's getting to that point where Tinker just does insane amount of damage. He's got the 3,900 gold. I think he'll buy Ethereal Blade first. And with Ethereal Blade, he can actually one-shot the Earthshaker and Shadow Shaman at this point.
Oh boy.
Haste.
Yeah.
Oh.
He did buy the Ego Song, so he has Ethereal Blade.
Now it's just hope Dendy doesn't just zap you to death, because at this point he certainly can. Oh, he almost got jumped on there. Smart play for him to cancel his TP and get out of there as quickly as possible. Just good awareness from Dendy.
And he probably wants to pick up his Ethereal Blade too. No, wow, I thought he definitely had time to cast that Hex.
Yeah, he did.
Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
Maybe he was rethinking about going in on that, I guess. Because, oh, no, actually, he doesn't have Aegis anymore. I don't know.
Yeah,
oh, Panda.
Split coming through, or rather swap. Oh my god, the Ethereal Blade, and that Q blew up. FNG taking a lot of damage, though. He will go down. 1-for-1 trade, meanwhile. And the big Chronosphere going in on maybe. He has split. Can he get it off? No, the Ancient Seal gems on the deck. And the Centaur will go down as well, with Funnick getting a double kill. Buyback from maybe. They will use the split. Funnick BKBs in the meantime. On the backside, where is Dendy? He's in base. He's actually healing up. He's ready to jump back in. Funnick getting out now. Vangscore in trouble, but where's Dendy? Is he going to stay there? It looks like yes, he will. No, jumping back into the fray. He might blink towards the high ground here in just a second to find Garter and get a kill. There's going to be the heat-seeking missiles. They will go in the Spectre, but that's it. He'll throw his March out, and then looks like he will just go down to the bottom lane. So, actually, Vangscore denied himself to the neutral creeps. Wow, I did not see that. So,
he's quite happy about that, too. And actually, Spectre's finally finished his Relic.
Well, he's got enough money for it. He will buy it, hopefully, soon.
Right. And this is exactly what we were talking about. LGD's lineup there is decent fighting, but they don't have that tower push potential like we spoke about. They're having a really hard time getting to the tier 2 towers. They got the tier 1s rather easily because they won a fight bottom and then the Shadow Shaman took the other two. But getting to these tier 2s is just seems like an impossible feat for them. And the Spectre obviously not having the best start in this game really hurt them.
Mm-hmm. And the lack of towers and really just lack of taking objectives, lack of really getting a good lead in terms of fighting has caused them a big discrepancy in their graphs. So they're down 20k gold, 25, 30k experience actually. Mjolnir now done for Funnick as soon as he purchases up the Hyperstone. He has the recipe ready to go. Dendi is farming like crazy. He's sitting on 16k. His Dagon level 3 has been completed. Top lane, they're going to jump on Q. They don't even need a chrono. They will pop the BKB for Funnick, which maybe not might have been necessary.
Funnick is also so farmed. Actually, everyone on Navi's side is so farmed. And if you remember, like, I think 10 minutes ago, I was talking about Earthshaker having only 1,000 gold away from Blink Dagger.
What happened to that?
And now look at him.
That dropped quickly.
Yeah, he is a lot of gold away from Blink Dagger now.
How does that happen? Yeah, I guess maybe just buying wards and dying.
He died, yeah, he died.
Maybe he gets Mystic Flared. Great Chronosphere. Again, they take down 2 so quick that it's just, you blink and you missed it.
He died like once and then he bought a lot of wards. I mean, they stopped getting towers, right? So
yeah, that'll also be a contributing factor.
Right, and they have like cores taking farm in lanes and stuff. Like LGD doesn't have a hero that can farm the jungle efficiently either.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like when your Shadow Shaman has to place defensive wards like this, it's the game is not going well for you.
Now they're down for 90 some odd seconds here. MKB done for Havos as well. With the Mantis Towel on top of that, damage is getting ridiculous. These once tanky heroes in the Centaur and maybe's Brewmaster are not so tanky anymore, especially when you add an Ethereal Blade to the mix with a Dagon level 3, which is going to turn into a Dagon level 4. And there it goes. And all the tier 2s now gone, all the outer towers gone. The tier 3s are left to stand and fend for themselves, where Spectre is very farmed out with very far out with no TP scroll. And Arrow's gonna sail through, just missing, but Havos sees him and we'll right click him down. Starstorm, nice actually Stampede and Fisher to help out. Echo Slam does nothing there. Ethereal Blade Dagon, he's done. Swap coming through, Magic Missile, they kill the Centaur again. And everyone backs up here for LGD.cdec.
Man, everyone is just getting popped like a balloon on LGD side.
Navi looks damn good.
Yeah, they really do. Their strategies are quite refined and they're just executing everything very well.
It's like a team that just looks like they're having fun playing Dota currently.
Exactly. They're just enjoying the game and you can tell from their play.
A bit late here in the US, but Navi in the middle of the day over in China having a fantastic game number 2 here against LGD.cdec. So
it's a disaster for us.
Radiant's bottom
at
tower
this
is
hour.
under attack.
This ungodly hour. Well,
Yeah.
we've done early morning casts, we've done late night casts before, but it's getting close, it looks like, down to the wire here. LGD.cdec maybe with 1 or 2 more fights in them. They're going to jump right on top of Funnick, and he might get caught out. He has no Aegis, mind you. He's getting caught, and he will fall, it looks like, just at the tail end there. Mystic Flare does obliterate maybe, however, and he shouldn't have buyback. Meanwhile, Centaur swap back. Double kill for Dendi with March of the Machine. They got another one. That'll be, of course, the Shadow Shaman falling. Oh, shotgun, E-Blade Dagon going to town on the Spectre. That's a triple kill for Dendi. And
I mean,
that's
that team fight, the Spectre even had Radiance, but when you're playing against a team that has 30k up on you, you really can't do anything.
That's just it. So, Navi take game number 2. They take the first series they play in convincing fashion. And just like that, we've drawn our winner semis and our losers bracket round number 1. So
that's that's the third BO3 today that ended in 2 games.
I believe so.
So so far 2-0. C9 versus LGD is still happening. I think only game 1 finished, and I believe Cloud9 lost, right?
I believe so. Not sure. I haven't actually checked. I think
Cloud9 lost game 1 so far.
Okay. So that could end into 2 as well, but we'll keep tabs on that, obviously. But for us here, guys, we're going to be done. So,
Oh yeah.
Theban, any closing thoughts before we head out of here and maybe to bed?
Well, I think Navi are in amazing shape. Like the way they play, all their players actually were playing really, really good. And LGD.cdec, it's not like they're some weak team or something. They recently beat, like I said earlier, VG, Newbie, HGT. They're a top contender as well. So I'm really looking forward to Navi playing against the other teams in this tournament. And maybe they have some more strategies ready to be used.
I hope so. It looks like they do, but for now, we're going to end it here. Again, this is a double elimination tournament, so LGD.cdec, they're not done yet. They still have one more series at the very least. So, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, 10:30, I believe, Eastern Time, for those of you interested. And that'll be the losers bracket, I believe, is what we start tomorrow. Excited to bring that up and get through that as well. Hopefully we'll have some good games there. Again, if you're just joining us, go ahead and head over to Beyond the Summit 1 or just Beyond the Summit as they're finishing up the Cloud9 versus LGD series. That should be a great one. Guys, thanks for watching so much. Again, if you enjoyed the cast, my name's Mott. With me is 1437. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at MottDota. Theban's, of course, at Navi1437. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. Have a great evening.
Bye-bye.